Good morning, friends. Welcome back. Today, we're going to look at the best uses of Elgato Stream Deck. It's a cool little gadget from Elgato. And the best uses of Stream Deck hotkeys to see how it can improve your workflow in live streaming or live shows in general. And we'll also look at some of the use cases of non-live streaming as well. If you're new out here, I would love to meet you and have a conversation with you. So use the comment box to let me know where you're from, and also use the same comment box to send your questions my way. Before I get to the details of the show, I'd like to begin today with a positive note. If you're contemplating on following a path of your joy, your heart, your passion, and do that with a leap of faith and courage, and if you're fully committed to it, I'm sure that you will definitely make it, and I wish you good luck. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Vijil Bose. I'm from Let's Connect show on KONNECTiN. We do product/tech reviews and provide tips and live streaming strategies to help you create positive live content. And Elgato introduced this cool little gadget called Stream Deck, I think a while back, in the industry to actually in the market to actually help live streamers in the gaming space to be able to do multi-step actions with a press button easy single clicks. So we're going to look at some of those options available within Stream Deck. And there are 4 different flavors of products that are out in the market, and let's take a look at some of them. The smallest device is actually, it's about 6 keys. And the Stream Deck has, it's got button panels. That buttons are nothing but LCD keys. This, let me show you this real quick. Let me show you real quick. This is how it's going to look like. This is actually my Stream Deck device. All right. So that's how I configure all my layout to navigate my live show. And the mid-range Elgato device is about $149.90. It has got 15 keys. What I use in my studio is 32 keys. It's called Elgato Stream Deck XL version. That's about $249.95. But there is also a mobile app available both on iOS and Android platform. That's subscription only. It's about $2.99 per month or $24.99 per year. I think that may be a good start if you really want to get the experience of how the Stream Deck experience is going to be. Then you may want to try that mobile app. It's only $2.99 per month. So just try it for a month and see how whether it's going to enhance your productivity while doing your live shows. All right. And let's get to do some demonstration. All right. So what you see here is my Elgato Stream Deck layout. Stream Deck comes with an application called Stream Deck. One of the good things about Stream Deck, this device basically is actually, it only comes with this device with a magnetic mount and also a portable USB-C cable that you can connect this device into your computer. If you're using a computer with only USB-A, this works perfectly fine because the one end is USB-A and another one is USB-C. But if your computer is only supporting USB-C, then you may want to use USB-A to USB-C adapter that you can connect to the computer. And one thing to keep note of is actually this consists of profiles. You can configure different profiles based on the use cases that you have. For example, I do multiple shows. So I have profiles for each of those shows actually. Sometimes if it is, this KONNECTiN, for example, the show that we do through this channel has got, there are two elements. One is a question Q&A, and one is the main show that we do on Wednesdays. And I created different profiles for different shows. And the only caveat with that approach is actually these profiles are stored on the computer where this Stream Deck is physically connected actually. So if you're connecting this device into other computer, these profiles will not get transferred unless you copy them over to the other computer. So that's something that you need to look out for. Other than that, this is a cool gadget. And a lot of people uses this outside of live streaming as well. Some people use it for helping them in with editing workflow. I don't know how much it can improve their productivity, because your computer has got more keys than Stream Deck. So if you are used to creating these hotkeys or shortcuts to do your work, you can actually use your computer keys, especially when you do video editing, for example. But I'm just giving you an example where you can actually use it, and outside of live shows as well. But today we're going to look at the hotkeys, and if I need to show you, I need to change my mode into live demo mode so that you will see what I'm showing you. I'm going to change into live demo mode. I'm using a software called Ecamm Live. It's a live streaming application that runs only on Mac environment. And the way Ecamm works is basically you set up your scenes. It's actually scene based. Then you set up your transitions. So basically you can actually go from one scene to the other scene. And see, each of these scenes are also having, and if you look at it on the left side of the Ecamm Live, you see these different scenes. You see my mouse, countdown timer. See, that's my one of that was my first scene, and every scene is associated with the hotkey. You see that? It's called command 1. And now let's get to this Elgato Stream Deck, and if you look at this is my countdown timer, and you see this hotkey command 1. So I can easily, if I press this button, it actually it runs that scene, that countdown timer. And similarly, I've configured different hotkeys for each of these actions. Intro 3, that means that my first introduction was actually hotkey is actually assigned as command 3. So if I were to use my computer, I have to press command and 3. Here I just have to press only one button. That's simple. So it enhances my productivity. Like all these, every scene has got different hotkeys configured. All right, let me get out of this live demo mode. All right, so now what I like to do is to show you some examples how we're going to do this. So let me get into this. I created a profile called test for today's demonstration purposes. So this is the one test. So I'm going to go into the test profile. I'm switching the profile. So there you go. So this is my test profile here. So, one of the good things about Stream Deck is basically you can also create multi-actions. Multi-action means actually, you can enable single button to do multiple things. Okay, so that's what I'm going to demonstrate to you. So, I'm going to use multi-action plus, hotkeys with multi-action switch. So I am actually going to configure a multi-action switch. Yeah, basically it has got two modes, 1 and 2 modes. So basically one here is, okay, here I have this a music that I like to play, and my use case basically I want the music to play, and then plays for about 10 seconds, and then if I press it again, the music should stop. That's why the switch, basically it's got on and off switch. Okay, that's the kind of requirement I have. So I already have a hotkey assigned to that music. It's called Command A. So that is what I'm going to do this. My actions are going to be, so let me go into the the hotkey here. So I want to add an action here and click to assign. So basically I'm going to add Command A. So I'm going to change the title to play music. All right. So then I also want a delay. So if you go into under Stream Deck, there is an option called delay. So I'm adding a delay here. I want about 10 seconds delay. So 10,000 milliseconds. So then the last action is again going to be another hotkey, Command A. So when I press second time, stops music. Stop playing. See, you can type, especially the button labels. I think there's only a small layout. So make sure that your labels are, in a way that it just fits in that small button layout. Otherwise, you can have to type it in multiple lines. Stop playing. I would say yes PM. Oh, yes PM. There you go. All right, so let's go this. And now, okay, so this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to play music for about 10 seconds, and then we'll press this again and see whether that's going to work or not. And we'll test it out. Sometimes, if you configure it wrong, it won't work. A lot of people had issues with, this hotkeys. I've seen a lot of people complaining about it. Sometimes, the application that you are interfacing it with may not be supporting that. So what you have to do is sometimes, you have to run that application in administrative mode, and then the problem goes away. Sometimes there is no support. All right, let's try this. If it works or not.
I told myself that maybe he ain't worth it. Too bad I hate advice. 'Cause out of sight and out of mind is perfect. It's so hard to decide.
It worked. See, so you get the idea, right? So you can configure any complex actions using multi-action. So it's a very powerful option available within Elgato Stream Deck. And I just wanted to bring your attention to this area. Towards the right side, you see different options here. These are the different profiles that I already installed. If you want to install more profiles, just go to more actions. Let me bring this into the video. Okay, there you go. See, these are the different profiles available here. So you can actually click on and install the profile, and it's going to show up under here, right here, this area. And one thing is, I would like to show you here. If you click on here, for example, if you don't want to see any of these actions to be displayed, you can actually, uncheck these options. Then that won't be shown up. Okay, but that means it is available to you, so you can enable it anytime you want. So just wanted to show that also to you. So that's it. And Okay, one other thing that I like to show you is, so real quick, let me switch back to, look at that. This is actually my CPU percentage. That's another example where, if you really want to see the CPU usage of a computer, you have to click multiple, uh, you know, you have to initiate the, you have to launch it, then you have to click on multiple things you have to do to actually to see the CPU usage. Here, just with one button, I don't need to even actually press any button, and I can just directly configure the CPU usage. Have only 24% utilization today, and just good. And this is actually CPU. Okay. And let me switch to my other profile called KONNECTiN. Just actually, this is the profile which you see, and a bunch of things here. The first layout is actually my camera switching, and which is actually I'm using a third-party application called Companion software, and use Companion that is actually running on my machine. And if I want to show you that real quick, this is a Companion application that is already running on my machine. Actually, that is already interacting with my camera switch, my video switch actually, and so that I will be able to switch between my camera source. For example, if I want to switch between main to my second camera, let me get to this mode. There you go. That's my second camera option available. And okay, let's also quickly go into the non-live streaming uses, for example. So let me show you this. You'll be able to see that, right? So these are all, options. Actually, these are nothing to do with my live streaming, options. These are just applications that I can actually invoke right from this little device. For example, if I need to, I can launch calculator, or I can launch contacts, for example. That's something that I always use to look up certain numbers. And the other good thing is actually is the two lights that I use to expose me here with just a single button. I can I'll demonstrate it to you. It's gonna go into dark. There you go. It just enables it for me. That's so cool, right? It is very. And another one is actually the calculator. There you go. The calculator is launched, just like that. So that is the non-live streaming use case. But again, a lot of people use it for, a lot more use cases than this. A lot more, some complex things, like I showed you, like I showed the multi-action options, and it is a very, very, very powerful one. And you can actually configure multiple things to happen. For example, if you're using, because I'm using a video switch like Atom switch. And Atom switch is a professional version, so that you can also use it to go live, without any software or without any computer. So, but then you need to configure, for example, if one of the scenes is you wanted music to come gradually and then it has to slow down. So you can have multiple actions, within the Stream Deck to actually go one button, increase it, then reduce it gradually, that you can add a delay it, and all those things you can do. So you can configure a lot of things using multi-action switch. That prosper and easy. And that is all I have. Let me go back to my KONNECTiN profile. All right. Let me go to this. And if you think that these the information that I shared with you is useful to you, please consider subscribe to my channel, so that you will not miss any single content that you will, in the future. All right. And if you have any questions, please use the comment box to let me know. So I'm going to be reading all your comments, and that's all I have for you guys for today. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you in the next. Thank you.